bringing your hands by the sides of your body. Good. Hey, Marty, welcome, Marty. Thank you so much for dropping the like even at work. Welcome. I'm trying to check your chat on the TV as I do this. We'll see how this goes. Today I'm doing the practice a bit late. I usually do it in the morning when you guys are asleep. But today I got some time at least to get this done in between the breaks. Right. So when you start from standing, you want to like find your feet rooted firmly on the ground. So feet are rooted firmly on the ground. So in yoga, you always want to spread your toes a lot and then step them down on the ground. Nice. And then bring the hands by the sides of your body. So one thing we're going to do in this particular posture, we're just going to test our back flexibility. At least I can read your messages from here. So I want you to take your hands up towards the sky. Reach your hands even as tall as you can, and then so that you can lean towards the back. So as you lean towards the back, you're pushing your hips forward like that. Maybe bring your hands to your heart center, opening the chest, and then tuck your chin in, and then come into standing. So this is just you trying to warm up the spine for the back bends. So again, you take the hands up. Can bring them to your heart center. So try to root your feet firmly on the ground and then let the head drop back. And then come into standing. So as you come into standing, maybe you want to like round your spine like that. Just be able to like bring your spine back to its original position. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Hey, Karis, welcome, Karis. Great live stream, but you did not read. Open the chest, hands to your heart center. And then tuck your chin, round your spine, round your spine, round your spine. And as you round your spine, you'll start feeling some nice sensation, especially on your lower back, because you're curving the spine this and then you're trying to bring it back to its original position. So just round your spine there for a bit to get a bit of relief. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, come into standing, and then roll your shoulders up and back, bringing your hands back to where we were. Now from here, sweep your hands up overhead. Inhale, exhale, bow forward. Let's start the dance. Halfway lift, open the chest, and then press your hands down, step back. Thanks so much, PMC. Appreciate you listening in the background. Upward facing dog, open the chest. So this is also like a nice back bend. So in upward facing dog, the tops of your feet are pressing down, and then you're lifting your chest as much as possible like that. And then maybe take a twist towards the left shoulder. And then come back to center, maybe twist towards the right shoulder. It's also a very good stretch on your belly. Like you can stretch your belly here, especially if you want to just get that nice stretch on the stomach. And then tuck your chin, tuck your toes, push back nicely into downward facing dog. And on your down dog, you can bend one knee at a time. And then let's sweep the right leg up towards the sky. And then bend your knee into scorpion. And then keep pushing the chest more towards the thigh. This is also like a mini back bend, but with a twist. Lift your knee as high as possible. And then release, maybe the other side. Left leg goes up, bend the knee, open into scorpion, and then keep melting the chest more. And then release. And then step your left leg between your hands, drop your back knee down. You come into low lunge, and then take your hands up alongside the ears. Then from here, I want you to lift your chest. So you want to like lift from your hips. Feel as if someone is pulling your hands up from the ceiling. And then see whether you can bring your palms to touch. And then I want you to drop your head back. Just let your eyes follow your thumbs. Yes, Karis, you can do this. I believe in you. So keep following the thumbs. Keep following the thumbs. And it helps you bend deeper into the lunge. Keep following the thumbs. Nice. And stay there for 5, 4. Keep stretching those elbows. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down and then straighten that front leg into half split. and then you want to round your spine. So just to like neutralize that back bend you just did. So you want to like round your spine a bit. Good. And then rebend the knee, open the chest, tuck your back foot under, lift up into downward facing dog. Nice. So same action on the other side. You step your right leg between your hands. Nice. And then lift your chest off the ground and then lift your hands up. Once you lift your hands up, start lifting your chest. Bring your palms to touch into high prayer. And then let your chest lift and then drop your head back as you gaze towards your thumbs. Yes, and remember yoga is really about consistency. Caris Royal was talking about consistency earlier on her live stream in terms of the time she wakes up, the conversations she has in the morning. So it's also just about you showing up, keep opening the chest, straighten the elbows. Maybe 2 more breaths, open, and then hands down, release, tuck your toes under, and then I want you to step forward into a forward fold. And then stay here, take ragdoll. So ragdoll, you grab your opposite hand and the opposite elbow, and you can bend your knees a lot, and then let your spine just relax. So you want to feel this spine relaxing. So you can even release your hands on the floor, and then just maybe swing from side to side, swing from side to side, giving your spine a nice relaxation, a nice relaxed stretch. And then 1 vertebra at a time, start coming up, start coming up, start coming up, start coming up. Into standing, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So it's just like a nice warm up of the spine. Hey, Big Banana, welcome, welcome, Big Banana, nice to see you. Now from here, we are going to go and do that flow again, but we are going to bring in some bit of twist. So you take your hands up overhead and see whether now you can drop your head back, gazing towards your thumbs. And then exhale, bow forward. You are only as young as your spine. Halfway lift, open the chest, and then press your hands down, step back nicely into a plank pose, straight line with your body. Bend your elbows and take low push-up. Slide forward and take upward facing dog. Then find that nice twist again. Whew. Opening the chest. Big Banana is on a break. Nice. Keep opening the chest and find a twist. Come back to center. Twist towards the other side. Opening the chest a little bit more. So back bends are literally just targeting the back. So keep opening, pushing. Maybe lift your chest up. And then tuck your toes under, push back into downward facing dog. You already know where we are going with this. Take your left leg up, bend the knee open into scorpion, down dog, finding that nice twist. And then step that foot between your hands, drop your back knee down. Now from here, take your hands up. I want you to take half camel. So see whether you can release your right hand on your right heel, or you can use a block. And then lift the left hand up and then find a drop back. So you're dropping back, your chest is facing up towards the sky. Feeling that nice stretch on the back for 5, 4, keep the gaze on the left thumb, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly windmill the hands down on the mat. Tuck your back foot under, come back into downward facing dog. Right leg flies up, take scorpion, and then step that foot forward, drop the back knee down. Now from here, you come into standing on your knees, then release your left hand on your left heel, and then start finding that stretch. So you take your right hand up, and then let the gaze follow the thumb. So you're opening the chest as your head drops back. And then try as much as possible to twist your right shoulder towards the right so that you can square your shoulders, and then let your head fall naturally towards the back as you gaze towards the thumb for 5. Yoga is really a poetry of movement. So each movement, think of it as writing a line or a verse in a poem. Open the chest with 1 more breath, and then slowly windmill the hands down. You want to avoid this kind of postures when you have high blood pressure, because Some of them involve a lot of blood flowing to the head. So step forward and come into that nice forward fold. And then now slowly I want you to rise up, taking your hands up towards the ceiling. Push your hips forward, find a back bend. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Now we are going to do standing camel. So standing camel, you stand on the top of your mat. Now from here, what you're going to do, I want you to bring your hands by the sides of your, here, on top of your bum, And then I want you to hug your elbows towards each other. Hey Priscilla, welcome Priscilla. So hug your elbows towards each other. So remember your feet are rooted firmly, so separate your feet hip width distance apart, preferably. And then inhale, lift the chest up. And then exhale, so push your hips forward and let your head drop back. You can even create a fist with your hands like that. And then let your head drop back. Keep pushing the hips forward. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Let your head drop so that you can see the back wall. For 5, 4, 3, strong knees, 2, and 1. Tuck your chin and then bow forward. So let your head rest here for a moment. Good. As you try to curve the spine like a letter C. And then let's do that again. So you bring your hands to your lower back. Now you can grab your hips or your wrists. And then inhale, open the chest. Push the hips forward. So you're just gently pushing the hips forward like this. And then hug the elbows towards each other. And then keep lifting the chest open. And then you want the heart to point towards the ceiling. Drop your head back. Gaze back towards the wall. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bow forward, bow forward, bow forward, bow forward. So you'll feel this. And you have to make sure that you exercise the spine a lot. In yoga practice, you normally strengthen the spine by exercising it. And this helps you prevent a lot of illnesses, even in the future, because your spine is the strongest bone in your body. So you always want to make sure that you work the spine. And don't worry, your spine cannot break. The spine is actually one of the strongest bones, so it cannot break. You have to just move with intention. Now, roll up slowly into standing. Roll up slowly into standing. And then come there. All right. Now from here you're going to so I'm standing like this, facing the front of the mat. Now from here, I want you to bring your hands to your heart center. Then I want you to take a huge step towards the back. So take your right leg back. Okay. Now here comes the challenge. Take your prayer hands up, gazing towards your thumbs. And then I want you to lift your chest even more. And then open your wings, like we call this goalpost arms. So you want you to do this. Open your goalpost arms. So as you open your goalpost arms, I want you to lift your chest and then drop your head back. So keep bending the front knee. So you want your chest to point up towards the sky or the ceiling. As your goalpost palms face up, feel that nice lower back stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down, straighten that front leg, and then bow and kiss that knee. Mwah! As you kiss your knee, you'll notice that your spine is rounding. And that is a good way to counter that posture. So just here there, you can keep the kiss on the knee, or you can bring the forehead on that knee, feeling that nice stretch. Good. Bow forward even a little bit more. Nice. And then step forward into a forward fold. Again, take ragdoll. So in ragdoll, your opposite hand grabs your opposite elbow. So you want to feel that nice spine. And then unwind slowly, coming back into standing. The spine will feel very nice after this. Now, same action on the other side. So you take your hands up and then step the left leg back. Find a lunge. We call this crescent warrior. And then open your wings, like your hands form the space of a goalpost. And then the chest is open. The the chest is open like that, and then start lifting the chest up from the hips, and then let your head drop back. So as your head drops back, the chest will point up, and then so that you can see the wall, or if there's somebody behind you, wave at them. Bend the front knee more for 5, 4, feeling the lower back stretch, 3, 2, and 1. Bow forward, so bringing your hands down, and then straighten that front leg, and then kiss your knee. Mwah. So as you kiss the right knee now, you want to like find a nice rounding of the spine. And then as much as you're rounding the spine, you'll also feel like the hamstrings are getting a stretch. And then just stay here with this stretch, giving the spine at least a chance to like relax. Good. And then rebend the knee, open the chest. Let us see whether we can transition into the floor. And then step back into downward facing dog. You can bend one knee at a time. And then let's do one more chaturanga. So shift your weight forward into plank. Bend your elbows into low push-up. Upward facing dog, open the chest. Beautiful. And downward facing dog, push back. And then drop your knees down, come onto standing on your knees. Stand on your knees there for a bit. Hey Wambura, how are you doing, Wambura? Welcome. And thank you so much for that nice compliment you brought at the Sunday service yesterday. Now, sit here for a moment. Just sit here for a moment. Sit on your heels. This is normally very easy. So sit on your heels for a bit. We are going to now get into the nitty-gritties of backbends. So the backbend we are going to do here, we are going to do like half camel, and then we are going to get into full camel. So stand on your knees. Stand on your knees. So as you stand on your knees, make sure there's some space between your knees. Okay. Now option 1. I want you to bring your hands to your hips, and then I want the palms to face down. So it's the same thing that you did while you are standing, where your fingers are pointing down, and then maybe your hands are supporting your bum or your biscuits. Ladies will understand what I'm talking about. So you can grab your biscuits with your palms, and then hug the knees, hug the elbows rather towards each other, and then lift the chest up. And then from here, I want you to drop your head back like that and come into half camel. So your body is trying to create the shape of a camel. So make sure you're pushing your hips forward, or you can even just grab your waist like that. And then keep opening the chest without sinking with your thighs like that. You want to keep your thighs straight. And then let the head drop back, feeling the stretch on the throat. For 5, open. 4, elbows are hugging towards each other. 3, Priscilla, I hope you are doing this. 2, and then release by tucking your chin in. Woo! Sit down on your heels, and you can always round your spine here for a moment and just take rabbit pose. So rabbit pose looks like this. So rabbit pose helps you like round the spine a bit after camel pose. Hey Andrea, welcome Andrea. Nice. And then slowly come into sitting. Melissa Dies, welcome Melissa. Good morning. Let us do the second camel, half camel, and then we can continue. So again, you can grab your hips. And if you don't have Karis Royal, my executive assistant, please do say hi to Karis. And once again, you are all invited to the event. I'm hosting an event on the 2nd of November on my birthday. So we are going to have a special Sunday service called the Royal Gathering. So you want to you don't want to miss the Royal Gathering. It's going to be amazing. I've just shared the details on my community posts. You can check out those details so that you can start getting your outfit. Now, grab the sides of your hips once again. Hug the elbows towards each other. Lift your chest up and come into half camel. So you want to push your hips forward, drop your head back so that your head can go down, stretching the throat here. Talking may be difficult at this point. And let your head drop back even more for 5, 4, 3, shoulders away from the ears, 2, and 1, and then slowly sit on your heels. Yes, and then drop your head down. Then you want to just massage your spine. So in case you can create a fist with your hands, just massage your spine here because it will need it. Caris is saying the royal gathering. Yes, it's the royal gathering. The theme is royalty. So everybody who is coming for that event has to get a royal name for themselves. Oof. And then come into sitting on your heels. Now the next posture we are going to do what you call the full camel pose. Now, ladies and gentlemen, full camel pose looks easy, but it's one of also the most difficult beginner backbends ever. Next month, as I'll be showing you the advanced backbends. You will see what camel looks like when it grows up. But today we are just going to do simple camel pose. So come into standing on your knees. Good. And then look at where my arms are. My palms are literally in front of my thighs, yeah, like that. My shoulders are relaxed. So I want you to notice how straight my body is, like from the shoulders all the way to the knees. Pay attention to that part because it's going to give you the foundations of camel. Now, if you have back issues, avoid this posture. If you have like a slip disc, avoid this posture. If you have spondylitis, avoid this posture. Anyone who knows that you have like a medical problem that has been prescribed by a doctor, especially affecting your lower back, you want to avoid camel pose because we don't want you to break your spine and be taken to the hospital. So in case you want to just do something light, always stick to half camel like that. But in case you want more adventure with the back bends, so look at where I am now. The first part is going to be, you take your right hand up. Notice my palm is facing forward. And then rotate that palm until it goes all the way to your heel. Notice that, what just happened. And then let the left hand do the same thing. Rotate it all the way and it grabs the left heel. Now, my hands are both on my heels. Push your hips forward. Notice how my spine has curved and notice how my lower body is still straight. So you keep pushing the hips forward and then let the head drop back. That is the full camel pose. And then shoulders away from the ears. And then you can keep sliding your hands along the heels. Your chest is totally open. Your shoulders are away from the ears. Feel that nice back bend. For 10, 9, feel the stretch on the belly. 8, 7, you got this. 6, if you have blocks, you can always use them in case you can't get your heels. 4, nice. 3, 2, now release slowly by tucking your chin. And then sit on your heels and take rabbit pose. So rabbit pose, you take your hands behind you. You feel like your spine is breaking and then massage your spine with your fists. Massage the spine. Just make sure that the spine feels massaged. Yes, just to relieve that pain or sensation you're feeling there on the lower back. Nice. Ooh. Stay there for a moment or as long as you want until you are ready. And then slowly come up. Now we are going to do the final camel pose. The final camel pose is the same thing. So you're going to stand on your heels. My palms are on my thighs like that. Melissa says that I can only do watch pose. Yeah. All right. Now the same thing we are going to do. So I'm just going to do like camel while facing the back. So this is what I look like from the back, right? So when I spin my left hand to grab the left heel, and then the right hand grabs the right heel, and then I'm going to drop my head until you guys can see me. Hi guys. So keep opening the chest, lifting the chest even higher. Let the head drop back even more for 5. Push the hips forward. 4, 3, keep lifting the chest even higher, 2, 1, and then slowly tuck your chin, and then find your way on rabbit pose. Oh, massage your spine, 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 massage your spine. PMC, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good day at work, and thanks so much for keeping us company. All right, now that feels good. You've literally prepared the body, you've literally stretched the back. Now we are going to do back bends while on our belly. So from camel, just bring your hands down and just find yourself lying on your belly. Don't even think about it so hard. Just lie on your belly. Nice. And then from here, just bring your palms down like that. Sorry, I cannot see the messages because now my head is lower than the sofa. So now keep lifting your head. Roll your shoulders away from the ears. We call this Sphinx pose. Sphinx is a very simple way. You just bring your palms on the ground and then you gaze forward. And then notice how my shoulders are relaxed. Now relax your head and look down. Then you bring your left palm at the center of the mat and then place your right palm on top of the left palm like that. Almost like you want to interlace your fingers, all right? And then from here, so that you can push the floor and lift up. We call this the seal pose. You know seals? Yes. So keep lifting it, feeling that nice stretch on the lower back. For 10, shoulders down, 9, 8, keep opening the chest, feeling the stretch on the lower belly. 6, 5, you can do this. 4, 3, JD, thank you. 2, and then lower all the way down. Bring your favorite cheek on the mat. It can be the left or the right. Bend your knees, swing them from side to side. That is also how you massage your spine. Sometimes you can just lie on your belly and then you start swinging your legs from side to side like a car wiper. Woo. As we prepare for the last seal. Good. So come into Sphinx pose. Now you're going to place the right hand on the center and then you place the left hand on top of the right. Again, you can interlace your fingers. I want you to walk your elbows close to your chest now. So just walk them slightly closer. And then once you stay with this motion, I want you to tuck your chin under, then lift up. Elbows off the mat, feeling the stretch, and then drop your shoulders down into seal pose. Look up towards the sky if possible. For 5, feeling the stretch on the belly. 4, keep lifting the chest higher. 3, you got this. 2, and 1. Lie down now. Bring the opposite cheek on the mat. Bend your knees. Swing them from side to side. Massage your spine. Good. And then from here, I want you to just flip over and lie on your back. We're almost done. We have about like 5 minutes. So lie on your back. And then step your feet on the floor. Good. And then take happy baby. This is JD's favorite posture. So take happy baby where you grab the sides of your feet and then massage your spine. So you can grab the sides of your feet and then start rocking from side to side like that. This is normally a hip opener, but when you're lying on your back, it becomes like a nice massage on the spine. So stay on happy baby here for a moment. Good. Stay on happy baby. I love happy baby. Yes. And then step your feet down. Keep your knees pointing up towards the ceiling and then stretch your hands towards your heels and make sure that your fingertips can touch your heels. Then from there, I want you to interlace your fingers under your lower back and so that you can lift your hips up. We call this bridge pose. Bridge pose is nice. We're just now getting into the restorative parts of these back bends. So keep lifting the chest up for 5, 4, hips higher, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the hips down. And then you can take your happy baby once again. Happy baby. Grabbing the sides of your feet, massaging your spine. Feeling the stretch on the lower back as you massage the spine. And then step your feet. Now listen, you can either choose to do bridge, or you can challenge yourself and say that you can do wheel pose. Wheel pose is what we did like last week. So bridge, of course, is here where you interlace your fingers and then you lift your hips up. That is for the beginners. Those of you who want more challenge in the back bend, you're going to bring your hands by the sides of your ears. I always like using my thumb. Slide your thumb inside your ears, then you get the measurement, and then place your palms down there like that. So as you place your palms, your elbows will be pointing up towards the ceiling, like the way my elbows are pointing up now. Now, option 1, you can take half wheel. So half wheel is where you bring the crown of your head down on the mat. So you have to lift yourself like this, and then you support your head like that. So you can see, I can literally see you guys from there. Now, option 2, you can come into full wheel, where you press your palms, use the strength of your back and your pelvis, and come up. Keep pushing until the arms are almost straight, and then you can either gaze down like that and keep lifting the hips even higher for 5, 4, keep lifting and pushing, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down nicely to the crown of your head and then slide back. And then take happy baby, massaging that spine once again. Happy baby, happy baby, happy baby, happy baby. Good. And then slowly bring your soles of the feet to touch. Stretch them down on the mat. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest. And just relax here for a moment. Giving the spine at least a moment to rest. Nice. As the knees are falling heavy towards the sides, you can even open into goalpost arms. Just trying to give the spine a chance to connect to the floor. Sometimes when your entire body or your entire back is on the floor, it feels very good, because you've been bending it a lot, but now it is flat. You're trying to make sure that the back gets that nice flattening. Now, slowly bring your knees to touch. Let us do the last posture today. So you hug both knees towards your chest, and then drop the knees towards the left, gaze towards the right. Nice spine twist there after all these back bends we just did. And remember, this was just an introduction. We'll come back to the big guns later on this week. So twist your head towards your right shoulder as you open the chest. You'll feel a very nice release on the lower back as you do the twist. So stay here for 5 breaths at least, giving your spine a chance to get that nice twist. And then for you to know you're doing it correctly, make sure both shoulders are down on the ground. So if you notice one of your shoulders is lifting, try to intentionally bring the shoulders down on the earth. Nice. And then come back to center, hug those knees in, and then drop them towards the right side. Oh man, I love yoga. And then twist towards the left side. So you want to see that both shoulders are down on the ground. And then these are good to just release the lower back. And if you notice the knees are lifting, you can also hold them into place with your elbow. And then keep gazing towards the left shoulder as you find that twist. Again, you stay here for about 3 to 5 breaths, just giving the lower spine a chance to relax. Nice. And then notice how my shoulders are both down on the ground. So that's very good for flexibility of the upper body. And then slowly come back to center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Bring your forehead to meet your knees. We call this wind releasing posture, but don't release any wind, please. Don't release any wind. It's called wind releasing posture, but don't release any wind. So you squeeze your forehead to meet your knees. Like that, make yourself so tiny. And then like a ball. And then maybe just massage your spine by rocking from side to side. It's as if you're creating shapes with your body. So just make like round circles just to massage the spine. Wind releasing posture, and then release your head down, and then straighten both legs forward. And then palms facing up. Take one last deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And take Shavasana. Take deep breaths. So in Shavasana, you want to just relax everything on the mat. If your tongue is on the roof of your mouth, release your tongue down. And then keep spreading yourself on the mat. Make sure that your entire body occupies the mat, including your back. And just rest here for a moment. So usually you can stay here for about 2 minutes, depending on how intense your practice was, just to get the body back to its original place before we started the practice. Enjoying that moment of stillness and silence. Just letting the body experience the benefits of those back bends we just did. And then when you're ready, you release by wiggling your toes. Wiggle your fingers, trying to bring your body back into life. And then bring your feet to touch. Stretch your hands above your head. Give yourself a nice stretch. Point your toes, stretch your hands. Feel as if someone is pulling you apart. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then hug both knees towards your chest. Squeeze yourself tight, giving yourself that hug once again. And then drop and lie on your right side, using your right elbow as a pillow. And then with the help of your left hand, push and come into a comfortable sitting position. Sitting position, so sit cross-legged. We are going to finish our practice here with one breath. So bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Thank you for sharing with me your practice today. I will see you tomorrow for day number 11 of this challenge. Namaste.